Hey everyone, this is Tariq Shami and you're listening to The Love in Amman Show. This episode was created with the help of AI. Today is a packed one with a mix of headlines, emotional moments, and stories that people across Jordan have been talking about. It's one of those days where you really see the range of what's happening across the country, from major public controversy to small human moments that end up connecting with everyone. Let's start with the biggest story of the day. Al-Siilawy has officially broken his silence following the controversy that's been dominating conversations across Jordan. Over the past few days, his name has been everywhere, and now we're finally hearing directly from him. In his statement, he apologized, saying that his expressions failed him and that his words didn't come across the way he intended. He also described himself as a psychological counselor and acknowledged that he made a mistake. But beyond the apology, there were major personal developments that came out at the same time. His father publicly disowned him following the situation, which added another layer to the story and sparked a lot of reactions online. On top of that, there were confirmed developments around his personal life, including that his wife has left him. And then came the revelation that surprised a lot of people. Al-Siilawy shared that he is a father, revealing for the first time that he has a daughter. He even posted a message directed to her, which added a very emotional tone to everything that's been unfolding. So this isn't just a controversy story anymore. It's become a much bigger conversation about public figures, accountability, family dynamics, and how quickly things can escalate once they hit social media. People across Jordan are still reacting, and it's clear this story isn't going away anytime soon. Now shifting gears a bit, because this next story is the complete opposite in tone, and honestly, it's one of those moments that just makes you smile. A young boy known as Mr. Whale Jr. has been winning hearts all over Amman. He stepped out in a full police uniform, but instead of enforcing anything, he had a completely different mission. He walked around the city handing out sweets to real police officers, thanking them for their work. It's such a simple gesture, but it hit people in a big way. There's something about seeing appreciation expressed so purely, especially from a child, that really resonates. And you could see it in the reactions, people sharing the video, commenting on how wholesome it is, and just genuinely enjoying the moment. It's also a reminder of how content doesn't always have to be big or dramatic to connect. Sometimes it's these small, real interactions that end up going the furthest. And speaking of emotional moments, there was another story today that really stayed with people. A recruit, right after graduating from his basic training, made a very personal decision. Instead of heading home to celebrate, he went straight to the cemetery, still in full uniform, and stood in front of his father's grave. And there, he performed a full military salute. It's hard not to feel something when you hear that. It's a moment that carries so much meaning, pride, loss, respect, and memory, all in one. You can imagine what that graduation meant to him. And the fact that the first person he wanted to share it with was his father, even in that way. Stories like this don't need much explanation. They speak for themselves, and that's probably why they spread so quickly. Now, moving into official news, Crown Prince Hussein bin Abdullah II shared a message congratulating the graduates of the National Military Service Program. He praised their performance during the official ceremony and acknowledged the effort that went into reaching that milestone. He also extended his thanks to the Jordan Armed Forces Arab Army for their role in training and preparing the new batch. It's a moment that ties into a bigger picture, recognizing young people stepping into service and the systems in place that support and prepare them. And as always, these messages tend to resonate widely, especially with families and communities connected to the graduates. And finally, we've got a story that's been spreading for all the right reasons. Q and Solmi, two Koreans living in Jordan, shared a video of their trip to Irbid, and it quickly caught people's attention. What stood out about their content is how simple it is. They're not trying to overdo anything. They're just documenting their experience, driving through the north, capturing everyday moments, and showing how they see life in Jordan, and that perspective really connected with people. There's something special about seeing your own country through someone else's eyes, especially when it's done in a genuine, unfiltered way. People across Jordan have been loving it, sharing it, and engaging with it, and it's become one of those feel-good stories that balances out everything else happening in the news cycle. So overall, today really had a bit of everything. A major controversy with ongoing developments, a wholesome moment that brought a smile to people's faces, a deeply emotional tribute that resonated across the country, official recognition of national service graduates, and a viral video that reminded people of the beauty in everyday life. That's it for today's episode. As always, make sure you're following Love in Amman for more updates, stories, and everything happening across the city. I'm Tariq Shami, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you for tuning in into the Loving Amman podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts from.